There's a character in Lewis Carroll's book, Alice in Wonderland, known as the Cheshire Cat, and he says something along the lines of, if you don't know where you're going, any road will take you there. Well, that's a message that you might want to keep in mind as you're moving deeper into 2021. We're already on January the 4th, 2021. You see, it's 3:30 in the morning on Monday, the first Monday of the new year, and it's time to get started. Now, yesterday in my daily journal, I spoke about the importance of setting SMART goals, goals that are specific, measurable, action oriented, realistic, and time bound. If you live in accordance with this concept of setting SMART goals, you really can't wait to get going and get started and start building something that is going to have a deeper meaning in your life, maybe a bigger impact on the world, maybe an opportunity to accelerate your business or the career that you're building. Those are the strategies that I learned about when I was very early on in my journey in prison. And you can read about that here in Earning Freedom, Conquering a 45-Year Prison Term. This book really tells the entire story of the time that I walked into prison until the time that I was released from prison. I started serving my sentence in August of 1987, and I didn't walk out of federal prison until August of 2013. That was 9,500 days in prison. But every day was productive because of the lessons that I suggest you learn and that I offer in this daily journal. This is the Earning Freedom Daily Journal, which you can get by just visiting the banner ad at the top of the YouTube channel and clicking on the download links, and you can see our various books and courses. But what it offers you is kind of the strategy that I think every individual can grow from. And that strategy requires us to think methodically about what we want to become and to think critically about what can I do with the opportunities I have right now to really advance my life and to advance myself toward the goals that I'm setting. You see, the pursuit of success is really what's important. It's not a destination. We've always got to be working and striving to become more, to achieve more, to build more if we want to overcome the struggles of our past. That's why I have to get up at 3:30 in the morning every day, is because, when you do 26 years in prison, you've got a lot of catching up to do. A person can always be a target. But I never ask anybody to do anything that I am not doing, and that's why I am taking this opportunity in 2021 to record these videos and show, well, how am I documenting my success, or how am I documenting, rather, the pursuit of success, the pursuit of the goals that I want to achieve in 2021, and how do they relate to the values by which I am living my life. And they're not the same for everyone, right? Everybody's got to define his or her own values. Every individual's got to define how he or she is going to define success. But given the complexities that come with serving more than a quarter century in prison, I find it extremely important to always be building businesses, because one of the things that I've kind of felt is that I'll never be employable. I'll always have to create my own income opportunities and my own businesses, because the world's always going to judge me because I was in prison for so long. And so the very specific goals that I set are going to show you how they relate to this concept of saying I have to be industrious, I have to be self-directed, I have to create my own entities. And the entity that I'm working on still right now is this business. And you can see me as I move myself up to the upper right-hand side of the screen and share with you this business here that I am super enthusiastic about launching in 2021. It's called Compliance Mitigation. And it's very similar, as I've shown you, to Prison Professors, except this business will really focus on helping business owners and leaders of business how to avoid a government investigation and how to avoid charges for white collar crime. So you see here it says government investigations is one of the areas that we serve right here, and if you click it, you're going to find the information that we offer. Another is showing people who have been charged with white collar crimes what steps they could be taking to architect a pathway to a better outcome. We offer mitigation strategies and, of course, reputation management. But we do it by showing you, hey, these are the strategies that I used while going through this very lengthy journey. So if you click on these links, you can really read through the challenges of how I started using this method while I was in prison. Here's the publishing history that began in 1990, just a couple of years after I got into the prison system, and it takes you back to the books themselves and when they were published. And I wanted to provide this real information so that you could go back on the timeline and see, well, what was being done in 1990, and in 2004, in 2003, in 2006, and you can see this book being published by St. Martin's Press. All of that is the way that I would work to influence my reputation, positioning me for the best possible outcome while I was going through struggle. But I think that what you can see through this documented history is the real goal-oriented strategy, and how those very specific goals really empowered me to have an impact on the lives of others through various books that I wrote, but also put me in a position to overcome a lot of the challenges that follow a government investigation. And so if somebody's going through a challenge right now, if somebody's thinking about that, I want to show them the strategies that worked that I learned from leaders, and teach them, hey, if you create your own journal, and it doesn't have to be this book. I used to do mine on white paper and learn how to use them. But today, I'm home now. I'm no longer in prison, and yet I'm still using these strategies. That's what I mean when I say I never ask anyone to do anything that I didn't do. You can still see here, and you can look, I think at the top of the screen, you can see the time. I started the video at 3:30 in the morning, and you can see that's the little Apple timeline that I can't manipulate. It's because I want you to be able to see. I'm not asking you to do something that I'm not doing. I'm not suggesting that everybody has to get up before dawn. What I am suggesting is that you think about where you are and where you want to go, and you pursue these tactics that we spoke about yesterday about being very specific with the goals that you want to achieve, having measurable outcomes, making sure they're action-oriented and they're realistic, and that they have a clearly defined timeline. And so, like, this is the one that has been guiding me for the past couple of days of very specific things that I needed to get done. I knew what I needed to do on Saturday, on Sunday. I could look back and show you, so what does that mean? Well, these are different projects that I was working on, and these are just prompts as I get through the day. Okay, I know I need to wake up and make a video because I made that pledge that I would do so. I know that I need to edit a couple of chapters for a book I am ghostwriting for a client. I knew that I needed to be working with an IT professional who is helping me develop these process maps and so on, and I will show those to you. I knew that I wanted to work some more on this website at Compliance Mitigation, and one of the projects on that I wanted to finish yesterday was this Trust Pilot program, and I'm happy to show you these different tools so that you can see what are they. Well, there is a service that I can buy, and I think I mentioned it yesterday, but I can just click on it right here, and I can type the name of my company. I've already done this here, Compliance Mitigation, and I launched this service to start collecting these reviews from individuals who can talk about the businesses that we are building. And that's what this does here. I invite people to get on this service and start leaving reviews so that we can use them to let the community know what we do. And then on the website itself, you can see I put at the bottom of the page, invite customers to leave a review. And on our various pages where we're offering information, you see at the bottom of it right there, there's a that's called a widget, where people can simply click on the widget and leave a review. So if I click on that, you can leave a review and actually even write about the process. So tremendous amount of work being done to build this service. You can see I've got a course that we give away to businesses to test so that they can see what we're offering. And I'm working on this with quite a big team. You can look at our contributors right here and see all of the people that are helping us really build this messaging, showing what ways we can contribute to helping small and medium-sized business owners avoid government investigations and hopefully improve messaging, corporate messaging, and hopefully keep people out of challenges with the regulators and law enforcement, whether it's civil law enforcement or criminal law enforcement. So I've been doing quite a bit of work on that front. This is the footer of the website where I've added some information there that makes it really easy for our customers to get information. I've got to write this section today called corporate info. In fact, that's one of my tasks, as you see today. I'm just showing you how I do it. So I know I need to complete this project today. One of the big projects that I had to complete over the weekend was review these courses for what are called a continuing education that a lot of professionals need to do. So we submit and use courses that we create to licensed professional organizations, whether it's accountants, whether it's lawyers, whether it's healthcare providers. All of those people need to invest in themselves to maintain their credentials and to maintain their licenses. Well, we encourage you to do the same thing. We don't ask anybody to do anything we're not doing. So we create these courses. We make them available to individuals on an individual basis through this service right here, Compliance 101. And we give away a lot. Just if you want to get the certifications that we invest to build, you'd have to go through this course, or your business would, and it would provide you with a certificate for every course you complete. In fact, in one of the future daily journals, we'll actually go through one of them so that people can see. But that's the daily progress for today. I will also be spending more time on this very important process of documenting our business and showing how we work. And this is our process flow of how the businesses, how we're building the businesses, step by step by step. And I want to show people these different ways that we have to map this out in order for us to be in compliance with regulators and anybody else. So again, we never ask anybody to do anything that we are not doing. Want to show you every day the pathway to overcoming a challenge and working toward a more productive, fulfilling, contributing life. And if that information is important to you, we encourage you to subscribe to us on either our channels at Prison Professors, our YouTube channels, our iTunes channels. We give away information every single day. If you're watching this on YouTube, you can visit the banner ad in our at our YouTube channel at any place, and you'll see a little download resources, and you can get more free information, because we give away a lot of free information wanting to help people who want to pursue their highest potential. And we're doing this by showing the strategies that we used. That's the way that we work toward earning freedom. And if you have any need for getting a softcover copy of the book, you can do so by visiting any of our websites. All of the websites have a store, and our books are available. So we hope that you have a productive January the 4th, 2021. I've spoken for 13 minutes. It'll probably take me another 45 minutes or so to get this published, both on our Facebook page and on our YouTube channel. But we do this because we want to show you, we want to be the change that we want to see in the world, as we were inspired by our mentors to do. So be well. I am Michael Santos with Prison Professors, and I want to thank you for being a part of our community.